part 4 of the first phase of my bedroom makeover. In part 3, we finished all the floors and got my bedroom furniture put back. Yes, I am getting a new bed. This is why it's called phase 1. When we left off, I was extending the floor into this little hallway. I thought it would be easy peasy after doing the entire bedroom, but my confidence got the better of me and I completely screwed up. I ended up wasting an entire piece of this expensive floor just for this tiny spot by the garage. And if I thought I was frustrated by that, then we come to the hardest part of this entire journey, which was trying to get the flooring underneath that door jamb where you see the door is connected. I struggled so hard with this thing. I eventually just laid on the floor and cried. And then my husband came home and took the door off for me. And that gave me the fresh perspective I needed to push through, and I was finally able to get it done. The reason it was so difficult was because this particular floor has to be tilted up in order to knock the tongue and groove into place. And I couldn't do that because I was working my way from left to right. So by the time I got all the way over to the door jamb, the wood was sandwiched between one piece of wood and the door jamb. And it had to go under the door jamb, so I couldn't tilt the wood up and it wouldn't knock into place. I ended up cutting around the door jamb, and it's not perfect, but you know what? It's good enough for me. I finished the rest of the hallway up to a point. I ended up leaving some gaps on either sides just because when I go into the living room and when I go into the laundry room, I'm gonna have to do all these cuts. And it was just easier to wait until I'm actually moving into those spaces first. I did have one issue in the bedroom in this little tiny corner behind the door where my board was too short. I thought I could fix it by removing all the boards on this last row and then bumping everything down a little bit, which I did end up doing before I realized that wasn't gonna work and had to put it all back together again. I ended up just laying the piece that was too short and decided that future me is going to have a great opportunity for creating some character in this spot. After I got to a stopping point with the floor, the next thing I needed to do was clear all this stuff out so I could get this wall prepped for the built-in. After that, all that was left to do was remove one last section of the baseboard and then get this part of the door frame off. Wow, look what was behind the baseboard. After that, I sat down and made what was probably the most meticulous plans for a built-in I've ever made. Spoiler alert, I still messed some of this stuff up, but that's to be expected. The way I designed the base, I was able to actually make use of a lot of scrap wood. Hooray, hooray. And then I got started to cutting all of the pieces according to the plan. That concludes part 4 of the first phase of gutting my bedroom. Make sure you're following to see how I build this wall of library style built-ins. It's going to be epic.